Welcome to the PulpMX Classic Commentary. I'm Steve Matthes, and I'm here with
Jeremy Albrecht.
Jeremy Albrecht. The race I have selected for you is the 97, 125, and 250 main event, Las Vegas.
All right, I was there.
You were there. You were working for.
Yeah, look at these guys.
Here we
Wyndham,
go.
check him out.
Parade lap of the 125 Supercross. Eichel and Hodges made it into the LCQ.
Nice to see Eichel there.
Yeah, always good to see Eichel there.
Wish he was still here.
Well, what do you remember from this race? You were going in to clinch the title, and
it was very nervous.
Nerves were high.
Race. Very high nerves. I think Emmett had to get like sixth, I believe.
Tim Ferry, by the way.
Tim Ferry looks pretty awesome there.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at Ricky.
Yeah.
Number 70. Who's 24? Is that like?
That's Renard.
Renard.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can see where this is going to go.
Things have changed.
You don't really remember anything, and I'm telling you what is what. But
hey,
okay, so you went into this race. MC was obviously the bajillion-time champion, and you guys had to get. Do you remember what you had to get if MC won?
I think we had to get 5th or 6th, I believe.
Okay, if MC won.
Yes.
So
Emmett was on the bubble. He got like what he had to get to win the thing. Like he was so nervous he couldn't even ride.
Yeah.
He rode terrible.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, you under pressure at all? Like, I mean, was it more than normal or just sort of?
Well, I was actually more nervous the year before, 96 when Emmett won the title, last race, Steel City.
Ah, yes.
We had to win both motos. We had to beat McGrath both motos,
Yeah,
I should say.
You did, that's right.
And I was more nervous there because Emmett in the practice told me his throttle stuck, and I couldn't find anything wrong. And then in the end, he told me he was just nervous.
Nice,
he wanted to blame it on me because he looped out.
Right. Hey, Jeff Willow starting 3rd.
Wow,
so pretty impressive for him. This is
John
this is
Dowd,
East-West. Timmy's won a championship on the East without winning a race, as we know.
Yeah.
And
that
Wyndham
was
won
very
it
well known.
on the West. And so this was the big showdown because K-Dub and Carmichael were both pretty much at this time, like it was going to be one of those two was going to be the next one. And I mean, K-Dub had already won a 250 Supercross at this point.
The crazy part is they were the next ones.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy to look back on this.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that haircut.
Yeah.
Wow.
Straight out of Louisiana
nice
right there.
Yep. Looks like he's going in the Army. He picked the right profession.
Yeah, he did. It looks a little different now. So basically, all year, this was kind of MX's breakout indoor year. He'd won one year before, the one before that when the lights went out, but this year he'd started getting on a roll. Do you remember, was it just his time? He just got better at Supercross? Was that?
Well, I mean, we had a couple. He did get better. He was pretty serious. Really, I think what happened, McGrath had a couple bad races that gave Emmett some confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I know St. Louis was a good turnaround race for Emmett. He actually crashed practice, hurt his thigh really bad. I remember, so it was really weird. Some guy that was just happened to be there, gave him this like shark cartilage to try. Never heard of it again in my life. He tried it. This guy like massaged his leg all day.
How do you let just some guy come in?
That's what is weird. It's like the guy like came from nowhere. Maybe Joe sent him. I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah. It's like I've never seen a guy again in my life. Right. He just came that day, worked on him, and got him going.
Right.
Yeah, very weird. Never heard of shark cartilage. And he did well that night. Right. And then that got his momentum going. And McGrath, I think he had a flat tire, I believe, was it Charlotte?
MC did, yeah.
MC had a flat tire, so that gave us some points and some confidence and just kept going. Look at Allie, boy.
Yeah, Leroy.
Nice. Yeah, shake those goggles out. What do they do that for?
I don't know.
I don't even know why they do that. That's just a nervous thing.
Yeah, you
There's
never
nothing
really
in those
know.
goggles. They're brand new.
That's a good point. I do. You're right. and there's RC. His motto at this time was still winner crash at this point.
Winner crash, and he has Ricky on his back. He's not even RC yet.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, that 30-second board is up. The Las Vegas track still to this day.
It looks very tacky.
Yeah, very tacky. Lots of traction.
Where was the water at?
Yeah, no, who knows? And it's still the same today. Yeah, that's Corey Keeney right there. So we got the boards going up.
Boards up. Look at that chick shaking.
Oh, that's
hasn't
hot. 5-second board.
The guy walks out of the way. This is a lot different. And let's see who gets the whole shot here. Like he's creeping. Is that Keeney creeping?
Yeah. No. Gate drops. And they're off. Short start straight.
There's Wyndham, third? Ricky, who's out front? Is that like Ramsey or something? Who the heck is that?
Hold on, I think it's Pingree. Yeah, 57,
Pingree.
45, Jeff Willow.
Pingree. Look at Willow out front.
Yeah, Jeff Willow, who actually was a pretty good rider.
We got Wyndham in 4th now. Wow. Oh, he's getting aggressive. That's a little scary move there.
Yeah, right early on like that, huh?
So Willow still rocking out front. Ricky getting aggressive.
Ricky's awesome throttle control was probably really good on this track.
Good thing he wasn't on a bigger bike yet. We saw what happened later.
Yeah, no, definitely. Whoever knew that Jeff Willow led a 125 East-West race?
He actually looks really solid, too. That track, there was a couple ruts there. Look, I don't remember that. I thought it was always hard packed.
It's funny to watch these guys, and you'll see as you go on, these guys make more mistakes than you'd ever.
It's amazing, like that cutoff move there. Like that would be probably they'd probably fine you nowadays. They don't want you to
Long
even touch.
section of whoops. Look at these things. Oh,
Look
man.
at Wyndham. He's not like he is today.
Yeah.
He sure got his whoops figured out by now.
Yeah, exactly. And then that finish.
The finish looks easy. It sure make him tough these days.
Well, it's weird. Just the 125.
Whoa, those guys rolled it.
I know.
Man,
look at all of them.
Oh yeah, we got a green flag waving, and they're all rolling the finish line jump. Well, look at Ferry. No wonder he didn't win a race. Look at that.
Come on,
That's
guy.
unbelievable.
Come on, guy. And
He didn't even jump it.
He just doubled the triple too.
Whoa, Willow's doing more
and-
jumps than Wyndham.
And Wyndham didn't jump it.
Look at Ricky.
What do you
He's got a different style there.
when you were at Cowie and Ricky was number 70? Obviously, you weren't in on. Did you see the future greatness? I mean, what was it like being around Cowie and see him at the test track and stuff? I mean,
Yeah, like we all liked him, and he was definitely fast. But I never would have thought that he would do what he has done.
no, you
No.
wouldn't have saw that, right? Yeah.
Willow, I mean, that was a really bad pass to the whoops
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We know why he went to freestyle.
Clearly, K-Dub's got these things. Look at these standing up. Kind of
Look at that. He's still riding like that today.
Yeah.
He
Not a
just
whole lot
smoothed
of
out a
aggression
bit.
there. Just kind of.
No, he's just cruising. Look at
Yeah.
that. Good throttle control. He did triple this lap. That's good.
Yeah, that's
Look
always
at that, standing on the pegs.
Yeah.
He is so smooth.
Yeah, stand on the pegs and braking, and then Ricky.
Look at Ricky.
Sitting
Rear
down,
wheel slide like
things kicking him up.
Oh yeah, airing it out.
Yeah, just casing it. And I remember this. Like I was at this race as a mechanic, and I remember that it was a big showdown. Who was better? Who was the better rider? Oh, Chad
Look at
Wallace.
Chad. He looks nice and young.
Yeah. Oh, Tom Wallace. Remember Tom Wallace?
I remember Tom.
Yeah. And
Somebody is down.
I think that's Willow. I think that's our guy Willow.
Willow went down.
Yeah.
He must have tried a heart attack or something. He's practicing his moves. Looks like
look how
Ricky's slowing
slow.
down.
Yeah, look how slow he goes.
Looked like
around
he almost
I guess
like
there's no traction,
like something was
right?
going wrong. He needs a race to track, Chad says.
How's that for advice? How's
That's
that?
great advice. I never thought of that one. What else would you be
What
doing?
else would you race? Yeah, I guess you're thinking about.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
guess
race
Chad
the
thinks
track,
he's thinking
Ricky.
about-
So
thinking
what
about-
do you think Wyndham's doing then? Is he racing the track or is he racing Ricky?
That's a
Maybe
good point.
maybe we should have had Allie probably put on there race Ricky.
Race Ricky.
Here we go. In for the pass. Look at this. This is going to turn out to a
Also,
nice
look
race.
at-
Look
and
at Ricky. A little wild. He doubles. He double almost, if you call
Well,
that.
K-Dub cased that jump before, and it's weird because you're on a 125. You can't clear everything.
Back
Like, if
then,
you
the
case it-
triples, they were a big deal for the little bikes.
Right. Which
Now
is
all the 250F does it no problem, but those inside lines he does are pretty amazing on
Yeah,
a
they are.
125 if you remember what he's riding. That's what I keep forgetting here. 250F, no problem.
right. Exactly. No, he's
I remember that Ron Cotta
James.
battle at Vegas, and
Right.
I remember that one quite well. Wasn't a good one for me.
No, how'd that go when you got back to the
No,
truck?
it's good. We were on the wrong bike.
250F.
And it wasn't his fault.
250F were ordered immediately on Monday morning. One thing too, like Wyndham's a big dude right here too.
Yeah, he looks tall.
He's not as heavy as he
Ricky's
is now.
a little like he always has been.
Yeah.
Like he is still today.
Yeah.
He's a little thicker now. Look at that move. That is a
Oh, that
nice
was
move.
good.
That
Yeah.
was like one of the best setup moves I've seen.
And look, they can't triple.
And then,
so they
yeah,
just double. Yeah. Which is
That
crazy.
is not like Ricky, actually. Oh, here we go. Slam on back, Ricky.
Yep.
Yeah, they're okay. Let's get each other.
Oh yeah.
Man, that would be not good today.
Gallagher would be all over that.
Oh, yeah. James did that to Ricky.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's over.
Be getting yelled at.
Yeah, I don't think this track really suited RC. Just as just the
No,
way he's
a
throttled.
lot of mistakes.
Oh.
That was
could've
a
been
nice.
ugly.
That was a nice aggressive move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. It was.
His
Nobody
feet are off the peg. Look at how far back he sits in those whoops.
until he gets kicked and then
Those
he
whoops
gets.
are easy. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hang on.
That
This
was
is where he started to practice for the later.
this
later
is
in
what we
life.
remember of Ricky and whoops,
That
right?
was what he did.
Yeah,
Yep.
he did that a lot. So interested, when you were at the Cowie track working for Fro, none of you really thought Carmichael was going to be as good as he, as dominant as he was.
No, definitely
right?
not. Definitely not.
Scott Sheik on the Honda, and I think that's it's Dowdy behind him. Remember Dowdy rode 125s?
Yeah, Dowd actually rode the 125 decent. I wouldn't say right there. I guess I thought he did. If I'm comparing to everybody else.
Oh, and there's Pingree.
Pingree came in and gave him a little rub.
No, it's not. I don't know who that is.
Is that like Jimmy Gaddis or something? What year are we doing here? What is that?
141.
141.
That's
Decker. Craig Decker.
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot he even was at Pro Circuit. Because that was a short deal there. He wasn't there very long.
No, I think it's 1 year. 1 year out. One and done.
He's riding. Well, I was gonna say he's riding better than I thought, but they're getting lapped.
No.
They're in the race.
Yeah, they're in the race. This is
okay.
Third and fourth.
Wow.
This is fourth and fifth, I think. I think Pingree's in third still.
It's really hard to watch these old races.
Yeah, you don't really know
I don't think I watched the 125, to be honest with you.
No,
you were. I was working the other.
You were working it, exactly. Yeah, and there's Allie.
Looking good. Looking. Sounds a little high pitch there.
I love Allie. Everybody
Allie.
that ever worked with Allie on any team said he basically just. I mean, he wasn't a real big detail guy.
No, he did his job.
Yep.
Had a good time.
Had a good time.
Which I respect that.
Well, you know,
and he was good friends with Wyndham. He knew Kevin really well. He obviously knew how to motivate him, and you know, Kevin respected him from when he raced.
Yeah.
I think he looked up to him.
Look at that.
I don't even know anyone that rides like this. If Kevin could ride like that now, he'd probably be racing another 30 years.
Nobody does that. You're right.
Nobody cruises like that anymore.
Oh, Sheik.
Even Sheik, I thought he was a little wilder than that, but
I think this
he
track
should have been jumping that. Yeah, he should have been jumping that double.
Decker took away his inside line there, so.
Still, today they would hit that thing.
They would just hit it and
you
jump
would
over
have
your head,
to,
right?
You know, if you don't make it, you don't make it. Look at that little tiny whip he did there. Oh, there's Willow getting lapped now after he was the leader.
Yeah, Willow.
Bad race for him.
How the mighty have fallen for him. Coming into this talking about this season, MC, was it the bike change or was there other stuff going on with MC now that we know about, or was it really just going from a Honda to a Suzuki? In your opinion?
My opinion, I don't think it was the bike. I think it was a lot of things. You know, I think maybe the confidence of the bike, maybe.
Yeah.
The bike probably wasn't as good as the Honda, but I think he still should have been able to win on the bike. And I think that, he, in my opinion, was probably having a little too much fun and thought it was going to be a little easier than it was.
A little easier than it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think it just caught him off guard. And then once you start having some bad races, it's really hard to rebound from that.
Right. Did you notice a new dedication level in Fro this year, 97?
Yeah, he actually did get motivated. He wasn't always the fast starter, so he needed a little bit of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like any of these riders, once they get the confidence, they know they can win.
Or if the confidence goes the other way, it gets worse. Right?
Like no matter how good you are, you could be James Stewart, Ricky Carmichael. As fast as they are very mental.
Right.
And you would think they're not, because they got there. I don't know how they got there.
Yeah.
But they are very, if someone's faster than them, they freak out. And you have to have someone there to calm them down and explain to them that it's normal and you're going to be all right. But, it all depends on who you surround yourself with. Emig was a good, logical guy. He thought things out. He definitely didn't take as many chances as he probably should have.
Mm-hmm.
But McGrath, by far, talent, back in these days, was by far better than everybody.
Yeah, he really was.
But he made, he had some mistakes. I don't know, if it's mechanic things that.
Yeah,
he had a lot of changes
got a
there.
bad rap this year.
Wyatt got a bad rap. I don't know if it was him, but
right.
It seems like he, pointing back at it all from what I hear, it was more toward him. But maybe it's the way that he dealt with the bike and. I know Wyatt really liked a lot of Honda parts back in the day.
Oh yeah,
he did that when he was at Cowie too. He really liked Honda a little much. Everyone does that. You when you work somewhere. Even for myself, you always talk about Cowie.
Right.
That's where I, had some success. Whoa.
Oh,
and we had a crash, big one. That's the Ricky we know right there.
Yeah.
All or nothing.
Things aren't going well at this point.
No.
He went down already once, and then now he's down again.
Chad, I wonder if he's going to tell him again the same
Chad's
thing
not
he did
really
earlier.
at all.
Let's tell him about the track again. Race the maybe we should say, be careful. Slow down.
Chad's not really all that beefcake.
No, he wasn't pumping anything.
Right, yeah,
no iron yet.
Yeah, he looked iron and other things.
It was going to be nice.
Pingree already talked about it on another
did he?
one, yeah.
Yeah, he did like his captain and Coke, though, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Look
Ricky,
at that. Is that Keeney?
Keeney hit.
Yeah, Keeney took him out.
Well, I don't know about that, but
hey.
Ricky hit his back tire.
I mean, hey.
If it's Ricky, he must have got taken out.
For sure.
Man, then is this the first year Cowie went to the Dayglow, the Flow Green?
It was in 96.
7?
No, I think we did it in 96.
Whenever,
no,
whenever you guys did it, it was pretty much the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, we did the frame and everything. I remember we had
The
them covered up. It
plastic.
was a big deal. Kawasaki, they didn't want anyone to know because they were all about the same color as production. And they couldn't come out with that day glow in production because it wouldn't last.
So what do you mean you had to cover it up and all that?
When it was at Kawasaki, we hid everything until right before the race.
Oh,
so
really?
When we were building our bikes, we put covers over them.
Oh, I didn't know
so
that.
no one, because we had windows there.
Yeah,
So we didn't want anyone from outside the shop looking in and
Oh,
knowing
okay.
that we were going to do day glow. So when they went to the race, they saw it for the first time.
Oh,
All the
wow.
Japanese, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Nobody knew we were doing it.
Really?
That was a Roy Turner thing.
As a privateer on a Kawasaki, which I was for Birdwell back then, you just looked at it and just, you were out of the league already. You were done.
It was
It
really
was
cool
cool.
looking bike, yeah.
Here we got some riding tips.
Yeah, slam the gate. They don't let you do that anymore.
They know?
No, they get mad. They want to find
Dave
you now if
Dye
you slam
slammed the gate on my finger once and severed the tendon in here, and I had to wear a
Maybe that's-
brace for 6 months.
Man, that's a
then-
lawsuit
and then-
waiting to happen.
And I asked Dave Dye why did he do that, and he said I shouldn't have had my finger there.
That sounds like Dave
I was
Dye.
cleaning out dirt,
Yeah. What were you doing on his side?
I was just sweeping it like.
Oh,
I
you
guess
got carried away.
I
Is
got
that-
carried away a little bit, yeah.
Oh, we're showing some old races?
Yeah, this is just starting tips.
Oh, okay. I saw Ezra
MCs.
Lust there on the Yamaha number 11. There's Fro out in the front, like always.
Yeah. What made him such a good starter? What was the deal? Just all, like
He actually
Yamaha's,
was
Cowie's,
really.
doesn't
Oh,
matter.
Ricky, nice crash. Yeah, he's a crasher, isn't he? Wow.
Yeah, this year was bad.
He knows
for
how
him.
to do it.
Yeah.
When he does it right too. Like, look at him. Oh, he's hurt. You can tell
He gets
he's
up.
breathing heavy. Oh, and almost gets landed on there. That would have been terrible. Limps off, and he'll get back on, won't he? Look
I
at
think
this.
he
He's
does.
Like,
I
huh,
think
let's
he
do
does.
this.
I think he does get back on. Oh, look at this.
Oh, the good endo.
Oh,
Oh, that does hurt. Yeah, the
Oh,
bike
and that
crushed him,
that ground
too.
is so soft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, yeah. See, I think he gets back on.
Yeah, they're gonna hold him up so he can start it. Yeah, let's get him when he's all dizzy and let him go back out.
Yeah. Or maybe he pulls it in.
He should pull her
I
in
don't
now, but
remember.
it looks like he's. Yep, goggles are off. Let's see.
No, he pulls it
He's,
in. I
he's
think.
yeah done.
I believe he pulls
should
out.
be done.
There's a famous photo of him coming in tears as he was exiting the stadium. There's a photo in a magazine
really
back then.
not
Just
not a
the
good
guy was
not a
so
good showing for
frustrated.
him.
But what about Ping?
Yeah, this is he's looking very good there. He's not really that good in the whips though. I guess the little short guys.
Yeah. Maybe the cow.
Got Dowd. Dowd's hanging
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, Dowdy's coming.
He was
Look at-
quite. He was probably my age then.
Yeah, he was.
It's pretty
phenomenal.
amazing.
Did you work for him?
1 year I
At
did.
Cowie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you worked for him. And how was he?
He was an awesome
He's
guy.
the same guy as he is that you think he is, right?
They were laughing at me because the first time I worked for him, I sent him some air filters and I put oiled and I wrote on the bottle what was for the transmission and what was for
Oh,
the
okay,
gas.
yeah.
And Brian Barry thought that was the funniest thing ever. He called me up and said, "Do you know that John Dowd is the one that showed me how to work on a bike?" He knows how to work on a motorcycle. He's not an
He
idiot
knows
like
what
these other riders.
premixes, what
Yeah.
tranny oil is.
You don't need to
right.
send him any notes. with
Right,
anything.
right.
You could send him a bucket of bolts and he knows where they go. So they thought it was really funny.
Oh, there's Carmichael. Yeah. He's just rolling.
He's back out.
He's rolling.
Okay. See, he is tough.
Yeah, he's not going to quit. No.
And there's Pingree not doing the jump, trying to take that Wyndham line there.
Yeah, but not doing it nearly
Not-
as good.
not
Dowdy
as
goes
good.
by. Dowdy goes by. I think for second maybe. Behind K-Dub. K-Dub is gone right now.
Yeah, we don't even see him.
With that
I haven't seen much
inside
of him.
cornering technique.
So this is final lap here.
Yeah.
Got a little swapper
What do you think of
there.
Pingree as a racer?
Well,
What's your? Never really quite worked that hard, did he?
it didn't seem like it, but
Yeah.
I didn't either, so I can't really say much about that. He definitely made it a lot
I
further
think
than I did.
when he talks about it now, though, you
always look at
Heel
that.
clicker.
That's that used to be a cool move.
Dude,
back
I
in the day.
remember. Yeah,
That
people
was
would
like
wait for
big.
that.
Oh
People
yeah.
would wait for that heel clicker.
Yep. Look at Dowdy. He's not very smooth, is he?
West is best. Good
Oh,
one.
look, that's a
Alan.
good. That's a good board. Like I like that.
Yeah.
I remember I did like Payday Champ. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool. but
you'll see that.
you know,
here
I couldn't
shortly.
think of anything cool after that. I only could do that one time. And it's like, what are you gonna do now?
Payday again, champ.
Yeah.
No, you got a good point there. You're right. Yeah.
It's pretty hard to think of something creative
Look at-
every lap. Yeah, he looks really mad. This is probably what motivated him to be good.
He probably had this on rewind on
Yeah.
just on.
Like you go to James Stewart's house, you only see the races he won. You probably go to Ricky's and you see this one over
Yeah,
and over.
yeah.
And that's the motivation for him.
And
Kevin
Wyndham
Wyndham
wins.
looks very
He's-
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be stoked. That was a good race for him.
Over the checkers, he wins, takes it. in dominating fashion too. Ricky had nothing for him. Just throttle control and the way.
That's what he still to this day is very
Right.
good at, is just rolling the throttle on, and that's pretty hard to do on a 125, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not something
and being
you
a
can
big
do.
guy trying to stay in the power.
These
That's
guys
Kenny
have
G.
Kenny G. Oh,
Kenny
look
G.
at Brian Barry. He's still small.
Yeah.
What's
exactly.
that? Hoppo, right?
Was
yeah.
that Hoppo?
Yep. Oh,
Okay.
Keith McCarty. Check him out. He's
Yeah.
awful excited.
Yeah.
All right. Good job, Kevin. Pat him on the back.
I remember when Hannah.
Yep.
won.
Hannah did that before.
Hannah did that, and
He ran 8 mile. He didn't even take a rental. We didn't rent cars. He ran to every race
Oh man.
in the snow,
Oh,
barefoot.
Man. That's not right. Who was on the team this year with you? Was it Huffy and Rhino?
Huffman and Rhino, yes.
What were they like?
Well,
Teammates?
Ryan pretty much, him and Emmett didn't always get along.
No?
They did, sometimes, but I think Rhino was bummed that Jeff would win and didn't really give the effort that he felt that he should. So Rhino put in
he was
really
like
hard
the-
work. He was kind of like kind of like jealous a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I see what you do during the week, and how do you beat me on the weekend? Kind
Right,
of that attitude.
right.
And so there were some, little problems. I remember one practice at Glen Helen, Emmett was riding around doing his moto, and Rhino popped on and wanted to ride with him, and Emmett went on the inside and took the line from him and pushed him off the track, and he crashed. And Emmett came around the next time, and Rhino was out in the track trying to knock him down.
Really?
And then they fist fought.
And it was in the magazines, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got in a fist fight, and then
A real fist fight.
yeah, Jeff left because he was scared, obviously, because Rhino's quite a bit bigger than him. Emmett's not really a fighter.
No.
And it carried on through the next race, and we got to the race, and Emmett told our manager at the time that he thinks Rhino's really going to kill him.
Was it
So he wanted him
Sternstrom?
to talk. Yes, Bruce had to go up and sit them both down, and Jeff had to apologize to Rhino, and then it was all fine.
And it was all fine. Yeah.
That's all Rhino wanted to hear was you just say you're sorry
Yeah.
for knocking me down.
And Huffman was highly touted, and
Huffman really
got
should have
hurt,
did a
I
lot
think,
more
right?
than he
Yeah.
did. Like, he was the up and comer, like really kind of a Kevin Windham type style,
Right.
really good. Should have really been the next guy, and I think he broke his femur, and that really set him back. And seemed like he never really rebounded from that.
I did a podcast with him, and yeah, he said his Cowie, he broke his femur the first year. The second year was an arm or a shoulder or something. The third year was a foot, or he could never stay healthy on a Cowie. And he said he really regrets that he got hurt all those years, because they just every time he came back, he said he got slower and slower because he was more and more cautious.
Exactly, that's
He admits
right.
it,
And that's what's
Yeah.
tough in this sport. I mean, it's definitely, you have to have the confidence to do it, and you have to go for the jumps. You can't be scared.
Heel clickers.
The heel clicker. I mean, that was a
can't be
horseshoe.
scared.
That wasn't even all the way around, was it? Did
I
he
don't
touch
know.
his
I
heels
think
together?
he touched him. Yeah, he was the first guy to start doing it, wasn't he?
No,
Wyndham
Gordon
was?
Ward. When I raced it,
Oh.
Gordon Ward did it at Corona
Sorry,
Raceway.
I forgot.
Come on.
I wasn't there that.
He was the inventor.
I wasn't there that momentous day at
I was on
Corona
the
Raceway.
80. Yeah, I remember. But he was the first one in racing as a top
Right.
professional racer doing it.
Look at MC, getting ready.
Yeah. He doesn't know he's getting
He's
a beat
got
down.
some chops on him. Some
Yeah, he's
choppers.
got, that was definitely the style, 90210. It must have been big back then.
Yeah, that was it. So Huffman, just kind of got hurt and never. Was he a good guy though? Always a good
Yeah,
guy?
really good guy, really quiet, kind of funny,
Right.
kind of dorky a little bit.
Right,
but,
right.
Not, very, really nice guy.
Right.
I remember we were testing one time up at Castillo Ranch, and he cased this jump weird and hit his head and rode around like he was lost, and then fell over, and we had to call the paramedics out. It was really weird. I never seen nothing like it to this day, but he was fine. But it
Barely
freaked
hit
us
his
out.
head, but
Yeah, he never even fell. He just hit his
Right.
head weird on the handlebars, and it spun him out. He didn't know where he was at. He was all dizzy and fell over. And,
Jeez.
I'd never seen nothing like it. Look at that bike.
Ah.
And what I liked about this bike, that's actually where I came up with the idea for our bike the first year here and still now is how we make the graphics go onto the seat.
Yep.
It came from this year.
Oh, okay.
Because our little swoosh
MXA
there
graphics,
went
right?
up over it was factory effects graphics with an MXA seat.
Okay.
And the seat had paint on it, like it finished the graphic off along the tip there. It was pretty
okay.
awesome.
So that.
And I think that gear was so clean and cool. That shift gear was like.
I wish it was flow green though. I never liked it because it was a
if
little
it would have
off.
matched the bike, but I think again they were selling to the public,
right.
which didn't have the other bike.
the
David
shift-
Coombs looks a lot different nowadays, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He looks
drastically.
pretty young there.
Yeah.
I guess we all do. Wait till I see myself.
Yeah, I'm probably about 100 pounds lighter.
I didn't realize we used lights back then. Did you?
No, that's a good point.
I thought it was a new thing.
That was that's 1/900 Pro Race, I think. Those
Oh, that's
things.
for the whole shot. That's not okay.
Yeah, it's not for the triple. But
I thought it was for the triple.
I didn't think we even
for a
had
minute
lights
there.
anyway.
I didn't even know we had lights at all.
Yeah.
Never paid attention.
So here we go.
Ezra
13,
Lusk.
13 points. So
Larry Ward. So yeah, we had to do pretty well. Albertine, I'm surprised he was in fifth. It always seemed like he struggled in
He always seemed like he
Supercross.
ate shit every week.
He did. He was flipping off everywhere.
Yeah, no, that was a good look at it. The bike looked good.
Henry on that four-stroke. You see him go by, number 20 there?
Yeah, just wait. You'll see him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I remember him. He rode awesome here.
And we didn't know what was coming. None of us knew.
That
like,
bike right there, we were thinking who would ride a four-stroke, a heavy piece of crap. Why
Yeah.
would you do that? Now
Yeah.
look, we all ride them.
Yeah, no, exactly.
No one even wants a two-stroke now.
And,
Larry Ward, he was always fast. in
I
that
don't
race.
remember because I was in a privateer practice and working. Was he blazing fast all day? Do you remember? Like was he?
Yeah, I remember. He was
from the
fast all
start?
day.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a big surprise for him to come
Well,
up and win the main.
You still always hope that, your guy's still going to do it.
Right,
You never want to
right.
admit that the other guys are faster.
Right.
Look at how simple the hats were back then. Just
Yeah.
black and just Kawasaki.
Yeah.
No other sponsors. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. No, as a privateer guy, man, your bikes looked so, and you always had cone pipes. A lot of times you guys had
Yeah,
cone
we
pipes.
had Emig,
looked bitchin'.
we tried some pipes that weren't cone pipes, but the cone pipe always felt better to him. I don't know if it was mental.
It was mental.
But,
Muriatic
I mean,
acid.
we had
would you
exact-
muriatic it every week?
Uh,
How would you do? Scotch Brite and WD?
yeah, I did a Scotch Brite and WD. I didn't really like the white look because it took away the marks of the welds.
Mhm.
So if I did ever do, use the pipe bright or whatever,
Yeah.
or the acid, because it would eat it away and it'd make it look all silver and it didn't look that good. So if I did do that, I would have to go back and heat the welds back up just to make it look like it was factory again.
Would you do that?
Oh yeah.
See,
Yeah,
I
we were
just-
very into this. Like,
Yeah. No, I
Kenny
was,
Watson
too.
and
Yeah.
I remember all of us used to walk around, look at each other's bike,
Right.
feel the clutch, feel the throttle,
Yeah.
feel the brakes. Oh yeah, you guys.
No,
you did a
I
good
remember
job.
the same
You did
thing.
everything.
Yeah.
I can tell. Like.
I had an AMA guy. Remember tall guy AMA Jim? Tall Jim.
Oh yeah, Jim. Yep.
Jim told me one time, "You have the nicest bike out of any privateer mechanic," and I was like on the moon. Like I was just like, "Oh,
Yeah, that is cool. No
Like
one
I
ever
was
told
so
me that.
pumped on that,
Yeah.
I had a green EK chain. Remember the chains
Oh,
came
yeah.
in colors?
Yep. I never used the colors. I don't
No.
know. I'm not a color guy.
No,
but
you
you aren't
are.
either now.
No factories would ever use that,
No.
but we did. Oh, there you are.
Yep. Look at me
And hey,
there.
the single greatest invention of a four-stroke is the mechanic doesn't need to whip the throttle anymore.
Yeah, that was always. I don't know why we thought we had to do that. Like it's not like. Why can't he do that? How hard is it to hold your throttle? You
I
do
don't
it
know.
every
We
day.
always did it. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Here I am. I'm telling him, all right, go for it, Fro. We
You're
gotta
like,
at
hey,
least get
bro,
fifth,
I need
man. Come on."
10% right now of this
Yeah, look
after
at-
the race.
He's probably not talking
Hey,
about
and
anything
also,
serious either.
too-
He's telling me, hey, you see that girl up on the third row?
Yeah.
You like the glasses we all wore?
Well, I was just going to get into
You were
that.
gonna
This was
comment?
sort of that area.
It was the start.
This
Like, look
started
at
it,
Wyatt's
yeah.
not even wearing them
No,
yet.
no.
Goat Brecker started it. Because, see, I never wore glasses.
Uh-huh.
It is a safety thing.
Okay.
But Goat Brecker offered,
Vegas,
every
it was
time I
safety.
get on TV,
Yeah.
he'd give me $100.
Oh, yeah?
So Goat Brecker did that. So I started wearing GFI glasses. Then Emma got sponsored by Arnett.
Right.
Arnett actually made a deal with me.
Nice.
So I wouldn't wear
Yeah,
those.
right.
So then I actually probably was one of the first mechanics to pull a salary.
that were making money doing
Yeah,
it.
it was
right.
killer.
And who knew years later you'd be in an Oakley ad as also.
That worked out cool. Yeah.
I wasn't very happy
That
about
was an
but
accident. But everyone wants to bag on me about it. Like I
wasn't very happy about
just
it.
like winning the Toyota truck, they act like it's all my fault. So look at him.
5-second
He's a
gate.
good start. Look at him. He looks off to the side. It's pretty cool.
Does he always do that? Gate drops.
Yeah. He is why wouldn't people do that? Like watch these races and do what he does.
And Henry gets a start, of course.
So Henry's out
Lots
front.
of
We
traction.
got Emig in second. He was third. He's
Oh,
who
big
we got
crap.
off the side there? He's
Jason
52. Is
Jason
that
McCormick. Yeah.
UFO gear. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. And then Jeff Hedden. Remember Jeff Hedden?
Yeah.
You
I
don't know
wouldn't
these
even have thought
guys. You
that.
don't remember these
Hey,
guys.
hey. Was he parked right by you? Is that why you remember?
Probably. Funny story about that bike. See how it's white?
Yes, sir.
Well, Yamaha USA made it white, and he raced Gainesville with it white. The next round he was blue. Yamaha Japan called Yamaha USA and said, "That's our bike. We want it blue. It's not your bike." It was USA's idea to make it white.
Okay.
So, little funny story.
Interesting.
There.
Is that Bradshaw?
That's Bradshaw.
Number 10.
Oh,
Look at
you
that.
know, I was a big Bradshaw fan. And
I liked Bradshaw. I liked him more when he was on the Yamaha, Fox gear.
Right,
That
right.
those
Axle gear
earlier
too,
years.
yeah, yeah.
The chicken Bradshaw days.
yeah.
I really like him then, but right now he's kind of, to me, he should have been quitting already.
Yeah,
This was Manchester Honda year, correct?
Yeah, this was his last
Yeah.
year. This was his last year.
Yeah.
And there's Rhino. And
But I mean, it's
very-
pretty impressive that he's actually,
Yeah.
as me remembering, he should be quitting. He's actually doing pretty well.
Yeah, he's in third right now.
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That's respectable.
So right
Beating,
now, you're looking good
a
for
lot
the
of
title
factory
because I don't
guys.
even see MC.
Yeah, we're
anywhere.
fine, but you'll see he'll start tightening up here. It doesn't stay this smooth.
You already predict this.
Yeah,
He'll start tightening
we
up
knew
here.
he was so nervous. And
Was
there's
he?
MC coming.
Yeah.
Look at that bike. It doesn't look like it handles that well. Maybe it was the bike.
I don't know. I mean,
Remember, he always had some weird.
History says the bike is the reason Jeremy didn't win because he switched to Yamaha next year and he won. So everybody said it was the bike, but
I know that he did help the bike get better. I do believe that, and
Yeah.
all the bikes have come a long way since then.
Right.
But I think really when you're signing with a team, all the bikes are good at this level.
Right.
I think you're signing with the people and believing in what you're doing. If you believe in what you're doing and you work with the team well, your bike
Yeah.
will be fine.
And
But
that-
maybe
and that's actually
there
more-
was obviously something that was missing there. I mean,
Right.
I know he didn't have Skip anymore. Maybe that
And
kind
I
of freaked him out.
like LaRocco was hated. Him and MC didn't like each other this year.
Yeah, and that's not fun.
Roger
like when-
didn't like LaRocco. LaRocco quit for a race. Remember?
Yeah.
Didn't even show up because MC was getting special parts. It didn't sound like it was a good environment over
Yeah,
there.
when it's not like when it goes bad like that, you're just
Right.
negative on everything. So then
Yeah.
you're not going to be doing the same
You,
as you would be if you were
ever
happy.
had that at Cowie? You've been there.
No,
so
they
long,
were actually really fair
yeah.
always. I never had any problems there like that. They
I
were
gotta
always
s-
a really good team. Everyone got,
I gotta say
obviously-
Yamaha too. Everybody got everything. Like
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
Chad
if
might have got
you-
to test something first, but
Yeah, if you had one, you're going to give it to the guy that's winning. That happens today, but it doesn't happen for very long. And you're not doing it because you're playing favoritism.
Yeah.
You're doing it because you don't want to make 50 of everything.
yeah.
So it's the way it works. It's not
I
on
saw
purpose.
the fist pump right there.
Yeah,
And
that
you're
was.
wearing
I
your
did the fist pump a lot with the mechanics work gloves and the glasses. Definitely went for it.
Wow,
with that.
you were all about maximizing your TV time.
You have to do that. I mean, look at
Um,
it helped me.
And you're wearing
Look
your
at Rhino though. He's riding really well.
Oh, and he's so angry right now too.
He wants to beat
under that
Fro
helmet.
so bad
Right.
because he doesn't want Fro to win the title.
Oh, Factory Phil.
Man, I didn't know Factory Phil crashed. He looks like he's hurting. What is it? Shoulder maybe? Collarbone
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, shoulder. Phil.
Yeah, not a good year
Not-
for Phil.
no, it wasn't.
Chaparral. Oh
It
yeah.
was. Button was 18. He was 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Was Brooks on the team
Brooks
then?
was manager then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Getting his start.
Yeah. So right now we're not even seeing Henry. Henry's checked out, but
Yeah, Henry's gone. Emmig's riding pretty well. You got Rhino.
Yeah.
Rhino coming on strong though. Bradshaw's still hanging in
he's
there.
very angry under that helmet. Rhino is.
Yeah, he sure does the whoops better than Fro. Look
Oh,
at
does
that.
he
Fro
ever?
was
Yeah.
really bad at the whoops though.
Was he?
Always.
Yeah.
Rhino would work him at every. You know what was a bummer for Rhino? Every time we go practice, Rhino was way faster. And then he'd come to the race, and somehow Jeff just raced well.
Right.
But Jeff would always say, "I don't care how fast I go during practice."
Yeah. How was Fro as a test rider?
Really good at engine and not so good at suspension.
No.
But engine, I think, because he worked with his dad a lot.
Mhm.
Old Gary
Yep.
Emmig back in the day. He had a really good feel for power.
Right.
But that is also why he picked the cone pipe, because he, thought he had this super feel, and
Yeah.
they believed him. Whatever he wanted, we got it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
same
that's-
thing with Rhino. He could change stuff whenever he wanted.
That's the bottom line. As a mechanic, both of us are mechanics. If the rider said, "Hey, I want a pink seat. I think I can go faster," you're putting a pink seat
Yeah,
on.
like
You
it's
know what I
not
mean?
worth arguing.
Yeah.
Put this pink seat on and see what happens.
Right,
Look at Rhino. He's
right.
getting a little wild. He really wants him.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't care about
And
it.
it's Bruce was probably like, "Hey, if you come around Emig, take it easy," and then Rhino gets on the track and he all forgets.
Look at he got
Bradshaw.
so freaked
Yeah.
out he screwed up right there. He wanted to pass Emmig so bad he made mistakes.
Yeah, and Damon went by.
You got Damon by and you got McGrath
And
coming back
McGrath's
up
coming
on. So
on,
now we feel the pressure. Like, oh man,
Oh, here we go.
wonder what I'm saying.
There's $100 right there.
Yep. No, those are our nets.
Oh.
I already switched over.
Well, you still got paid.
Earlier
though.
in the year it was
But you still got
GFI.
paid.
Yeah, it wasn't by the interview anymore. We
Oh,
kinda worked
it's
out
the
by now.
flat rate. It was the flat rate.
Yeah,
okay.
we worked it out. We got on TV too much. It started to get expensive. Goat probably wanted to pay to get rid of me.
Exactly. Goat was like, "Okay, all right, cool. You get on TV. I didn't realize you get on this much."
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah, we better not do this anymore.
Yeah, that 4-stroke was badass for sure.
It was a nice bike.
Hey, one of my first jobs at Yamaha, they're like, "Hey, welcome to the team. You don't know that much about 4-strokes. Those motors over there are from Henry's Works bikes. Yeah, destroy those. Swear to God."
And
So-
aren't they
and
really
they're like,
weird to take
yeah.
apart like the first time?
Oh yeah,
You don't
I
even
mean,
know how.
They were like, take it apart, look at it, see what you figure it out, and stuff was billet, and it was all colored aluminum and tie, and it's just so trick. Had a slipper clutch in there from Japan that was just like,
Oh yeah, because back then they still had the heavy engine
yeah,
braking.
and
So that
I'd
thing,
never seen a slipper clutch. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Well, the thing was probably really heavy too, huh?
Yeah,
And I heard it had a power band that not like they are today, like
No.
really like more like a 2-stroke power band kind of.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, the thing was the swing arm and the linkage were really trick, and like, but I don't think it. Yeah, that bike.
Well,
I don't
Ferry
think
rode it the next year.
No, he rode a production one. That was Button. Button was on the team
Oh,
after
Button.
Henry, and Button got hurt, and then
He
Timmy
got hurt,
rode
and
it.
Timmy rode it,
Yeah.
and he had a lot of problems with it too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember.
they had a lot of issues.
But you always do an early version of anything.
Yeah.
But they sure, they made the best one by far.
You guys have carburetor
leader.
problems at Cowie when you were there? Carburetor just
Coming out?
Coming out?
No.
Never did?
Everyone was freaked out though because that was an early thing from
that was
Yamaha back in the day.
Yes, exactly. And so, okay, Rhino got by while we were gone. Rhino got by Bradshaw somewhere, and now he's going
Now
after
he's
Emig
on
again.
Emig, yeah.
He's
And look at Emig, he's kind of sliding in the turns there. He's not as smooth as he was. He's starting to feel the pressure.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I said Bradshaw got by Rhino.
Bradshaw did get by Rhino.
No, I
He's
said
right
Rhino
behind
got
Emig.
by Bradshaw. Yeah, no, he didn't.
Not
Okay,
yet.
so yeah,
He's
now
coming back on
Bradshaw's.
though.
Yeah.
But Bradshaw's all over Emig, so we need Rhino to get in there and take the line away
It's
here.
funny, like these guys are. Don't get me wrong. I've done a lot of these old races. These
Yeah.
guys are badasses, but I'll tell you what, they look like they're going
Not
pretty
today.
slow.
Like, look at that turn right
They
there.
look like
Like,
they're
I
going-
think I could do that. But obviously
But-
I can't.
but
But
you
by looking
can't.
at it
Yeah.
compared to,
No.
what their guys ride like today, it's
If we
amazing.
watched Las Vegas Supercross this year, with Dungey, he would look like he's blowing these guys away.
Those whoops are tiny.
Yeah.
Like we haven't had any whoops like that.
So is it
they
just-
probably don't even have those at
Star West.
For real. That's about what they were like,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like
So
anybody
is it
could
just
go through those.
riders and bikes? Everything's just gotten
I
progressively
think
better?
everything has gotten better, and they're trying to make it challenging.
I mean, this is 13 years ago, so it's a long time.
Definitely. I
don't
mean,
wanna-
really, the bikes look cool for being that old.
I don't want to.
I have that bike on display still.
You do?
Yeah, at the go-kart track.
Oh, at pole position.
Pole position, yeah.
They
Yeah.
gave you that bike, or you built one?
Bruce Sternstrom gave me a championship bike. I have one from Emig, this one here, number 3, and then I also have a James Stewart 125.
Really?
And they're both on display.
Cowie's good to you.
Really good.
We
Awesome
we
guys.
never had a chance to ever get anything like that.
I heard
in
that.
Yamaha.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
It was.
Yeah, Kawasaki, very good to deal with.
I mean, Chad couldn't. There's Swink, 13.
Yeah,
Triple
that was
X years.
obviously an unlucky number, wasn't it?
Yeah, he switched to 130 later on that year.
Yeah, I would have.
Well,
Look at Rhino, blew right by him. So obviously,
Wow, the whoops
MX
have been MX.
You see how many? Yeah, that was always MX struggle. You see how
Yeah.
many times MX shifted down there after the whoops?
No, I didn't.
He like shifted twice. So MX getting tight now. You got
Yeah.
Bradshaw all over him.
But at
Yeah,
this
Rhino
point,
right now, he's
do you
like,
remember
I'm taking
as a
it.
mechanic? Do you remember seeing
Well, I was getting nervous because you got all these guys coming, but the only good thing was you still have
MC, yeah.
McGrath back there. He's not winning, so
Right.
you didn't have to really get
like he
fit
basically
now.
let Bradshaw go right there?
Yeah, because he knew he started riding tight.
Right.
Like, look at him.
Yeah. Henry's
But it is
gone.
funny. Then you go look at Henry. I mean, I remember thinking he was like so awesome that day, and he is good, but he wasn't, compared to now.
Right.
Look at that turn.
Yeah,
But,
like,
hey,
whatever.
compared to everybody else, obviously he was
Yeah.
by far the best.
Yeah, there's
We're not
Mad-
even in the picture here.
Mad Mike Jones, 58.
Yeah.
Ryan Huffman, 47. And here comes it.
Rhino, Bradshaw,
And the Beast.
and there's Fro getting worse in the whoops. And there's MC. He's not really
Notice
riding
the
good
corner.
either. He got a
notice
little.
the track workers cheering him on.
Oh yeah. FMF was still pretty solid back then. Look at all
they
those bales.
Still sponsoring it. Yeah, there was Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird Swink
Swink.
doing the old wheelie through there.
Swink's already tired already at this point. He's pretty much done.
Yeah, well, he knows he got lapped, so you
Right.
don't want to put in too much effort here.
So,
Whoa, clip
oh,
that
geez.
jump.
Did you have a good bonus program with Fro? Was it?
I didn't really have a set bonus program. Like
No.
Fro always got mad at me. He'd say, it's supposed to be what I want to give you. So
Which is
we never
true.
really had
Right.
we never really had a real deal like that. I didn't have one with Stewart either. It's kind of like
If you feel like I deserve it, then yeah.
that's kind of the way
Right.
it was. I mean, it's always a hard thing because the mechanic feels like you deserve so much, and the
Yeah.
rider thinks you don't deserve crap. So it's a tough little deal.
It's
And
I've seen a few relationships get strained because of that.
Well-
I mean, there was one mechanic in the pits right now that years ago tried to get a guy to sign an agreement. That
yeah,
he would
you
give him so
can't do
much,
that.
you
Like,
know?
it's not,
Right.
you shouldn't be working for them for that reason. And I never did work for Fro because of the money.
Mhm.
Obviously, you feel like, yeah, they should take care of you just because you hear everybody saying that.
Right.
And, and I do think that if everything goes good, the mechanic does deserve something. But I
Right.
don't, they don't deserve 10% like all these guys are getting.
Yeah.
I think that's
yeah.
crazy.
The only thing with
But I don't think the agent should always get 10% either. So
agents get percentage of championship bonuses.
I know, that's unbelievable.
Yeah,
they should get part of what the deal they made, not the championship deal.
I agree. When I worked for Nick Way in 2002, part of the pay wasn't very good, but he said he would give me 10% of his winnings. So we had a straight deal.
Well, that's where it started.
So.
See, back in the day, when the guys were on the road, they didn't get much of a salary, so that was the incentive and why you're doing it. So you're driving around the country for what? Hopefully so your guy does well.
Right.
Well, then when you're getting paid a good salary like we did, what do you need the extra money for? It's a good job.
Oh.
Whoa, and who was that that went
Button.
down? Was that Button?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Button.
yeah.
Down in the whoops.
Yep, come on, Button. Look at that. They don't wear kidney belts anymore.
No.
Look at
What
that.
happened
Oh.
to kidney belts? Yeah.
I don't know. No one really. I think they don't look cool.
No.
They don't look
Is
cool.
that
You
it?
shouldn't wear them. That's what happened with
it
chest
is?
protectors too.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the guy
his
behind
head
him there.
went right into the
I cannot believe
ground there.
who was that behind him? Was that
McCormick.
McCormick? I can't believe he could stop.
Yeah,
he must have been going slow.
Yeah, I think he was. At this
He
point,
just,
it's late in the
let
race.
off and turned and went right around him.
I wonder if MC gets your guy. I don't even remember. I watched this already, but I'm not too sure.
I really have a hard time remembering every detail here, but I know we won.
Did so did he give you championship bonuses and race wins stuff for all the time, or was it ever?
No, he would wait till like probably middle of the off season when I'm like stressing out, thinking I'm not getting anything, and then
write
he
you a
would
check.
hook it up.
Write you a big check.
Yeah, he was cool. We did a lot of Europe races too. We did too many actually after this because it was his time to go make some money. So we did about 7 or 8 rounds.
Yeah,
a little much.
You were World Supercross champions one year, weren't you?
Yes, we were.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that was back then. It didn't mean anything. Like now, it actually sounds cool. I use it now.
Yeah, you do use that?
Yeah. Because I won from Stewart also, so I'll use 2 worlds.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. But that was a real legit one.
That was a real one.
Yeah.
But see, why is it real? Because you had one more race.
Well, because everyone was there. I think the whole field was there. Ricky was there, and
Huffman was there when we won the title. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you beat David
there were some
Huffman.
guys.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like
we just won the X Games. I mean, you say just because everybody's not there, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
still means something.
No, that's a touchy subject with me right now. The X Games.
Why?
But,
You did Summercross and you claim it all the time.
Yeah, but we beat MC. We beat Jeremy effing McGrath.
We beat the gold.
You
medalist.
beat Josh Hansen. Jeez.
The guy that we fired.
Yeah, exactly. Good job. You beat the guy that you.
Maybe we should do a rehire, huh?
You beat the guy you deemed wasn't good enough to ride for you guys.
Yeah, we got rid of him at the wrong time, huh?
Yeah, you did. If only you'd known there was a good X Games gold in your future. You know what? As bad as MX tightened up, MC can't do nothing. But
look at
he's
him.
on
MC
cruise
looks
control
tight.
at this point.
I don't remember him ever riding this bad.
Do you remember if this was? Did he hurt his ankle on a beer bottle at this point?
Yeah, he cut. Yeah, he did. He was at the river, and he had some stitches.
No, I read in the magazines. A waiter.
Didn't someone drop it, right?
A waiter dropped a glass on him.
No, you know what?
That was the story.
I know. I don't know if that. I remember it was at a bar though. I think it was at Kokomo's or whatever.
In Havasu.
Yeah. I wasn't there though that trip. I wasn't there at a lot of them, but I wasn't at that one, so I can't be 100% sure.
Right. But he was riding.
Rhino was probably there too.
Oh, probably.
And so was Emig. That's the one good thing.
All the guys.
As you were all there together.
Yeah. You looked around and you were like, "Who's not here?"
Yeah. I wonder who's going to win this weekend. If I drink less than him, I got it.
And then damn RC brings in all that training to everybody.
Yeah, he really screwed it up, didn't he? He really took the fun out of it.
Yeah.
We used to have a good time back then.
Because these
Every
guys,
time after the race,
this was a different era.
By far. And Rhino did give it a really good effort. And I'm not saying Emig and McGrath didn't either, but it's nothing like it is now.
No.
But McGrath was so much better than everybody else that he didn't have to.
There were a good percentage of races that MC would literally charge for 10 laps, and it would be over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's right. He would just go out and sprint. We got 5 laps to go. What is that, Lusk right there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yogi got
Ezra.
MC.
Yeah, MC not really riding
I
like
remember
he should
thinking
be.
to myself, I was surprised at the lack of, not effort, but the lack of speed from McGrath at this race.
Yeah. Compared to, look at that.
Like when we went into this race.
That was not, look at that. That's like he's rolling around not even trying.
When we went into this race as a fan, I was a mechanic, but I was still a fan. It was like, okay, MC will win, so what does Fro need to get?
Exactly, because
you know what I mean?
You always counted on the win.
Right.
Because he can win anytime he wants to. And those turns are terrible.
And
those are not Jeremy McGrath turns.
I believe, too, the...
well, what's Wyatt going to tell him? Race the track. Let's see what he says.
No, his board says...
Emig now.
Emig now.
That means he better get going. That's actually... I would say that's not a bad thing to tell him because he knows he needs to get Emig.
Yeah, but you need
but
a
still,
lot more
Emig's
points.
not gonna. Yeah,
Right.
that's not gonna do it. One guy. David
and
Coombs is loving this.
and later
Wyatt actually, he looks pretty mellow for how he used to be. He's a lot mellower now, but back then he was pretty intense. So I'm surprised he's looks so calm.
Okay.
Do you remember Wyatt back then?
Not really. I mean, no. Was he Cowie? He was Cowie before this.
Yeah, I actually got along with him really well at Kawasaki.
Right.
And then he left there, which I told him he was crazy, but I knew he would.
Where was he going to? Where did he go to?
To work with McGrath.
Oh, did he leave Cowie for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I
worked
didn't know
with
that.
Rhino.
Yeah.
And he left Kawasaki to work for McGrath, which, it's always hard to know what should I do for my career,
as Wyatt was thinking, this is money in the bank championship.
Yeah, why
mean,
wouldn't I
this
go
is-
with the guy that's going to win the thing?
Yeah, yeah.
And then looking back on it, he probably should have stayed at Kawasaki
Yeah.
because he got along
401k.
with everybody. Yeah, good. Everybody became employees. It was a lot better job than he didn't last here very long.
Fro switched to Shift this year from Thor. He wore Thor in '96.
He wore Thor for a long time, and then he also
it wa-
switched to Arnett goggles.
Was
which
there
both
not-
those things were?
Was there not a letter in Cycle News from Bob Maynard or something?
Yeah, Bob was freaking out. Yeah, big deal.
Right? It was a big
they're
thing.
still friends, after. But he did, he took it real personal.
Mhm.
Was really bummed because I think he felt like Jeff was family, because he was with Thor for a long time, like amateur days.
Right.
I wore Thor from
Yeah.
Fro.
Okay.
I was sponsored through Fro. So, he did wear Thor a long time.
Yeah.
And and it's it's the same way all these guys get. When Stewart left Fox, or probably even when McGrath left Fox. It's like a big deal. It's like your family and you're leaving, and you get a little personal with it. And I think Bob Maynard took it a little far, but then he apologized. Everything was cool, and him and Fro are buddies today.
But there was something in there.
There was some.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was Cycle News, but I know he for sure sent something to Fro, or
Yes. Right.
something like that.
And Shift was started by Fox. In case anybody doesn't know.
Yes,
Shift
but
is owned by Fox.
back then they didn't want anyone to know, though.
Oh, they
They're
didn't?
supposed to be
No?
their
Yeah.
edgier side of the sport. The Fox was the mainstream,
Right.
Kids.
Mhm.
Shift was supposed to be the edgier side, kind of go after like
Hence the ads and
start
stuff and all
starting
that.
then, like they had like LBZ coming out, like the crazier stuff. So they wanted something to kind of be in the middle there.
Right,
and then people found out that Shift was Fox, and
Kind of all ruined
it
it.
didn't really. Yeah, you might as well almost keep Fox
Um,
back then. But then now Shift has it going back again now. So
Yeah, Fro wearing the black too was always
the
cool.
black was awesome, and he'd wear it when it was really hot.
Yeah, yeah, on purpose, right?
Oh yeah, he liked to psych people out. It's weird. He always thought that he did better when it was hot because he was training, because he counted wakeboarding as training.
did he have the bus at this point? Was it starting to go downhill, or was it?
You
still-
I don't necessarily think that the bus was downhill.
Oh no, the bus was downhill.
The
bus
bus
was downhill.
definitely-
J-Bo.
Whatever
went on that
it
bus.
helped. It just helped you do what you weren't supposed to do, I guess. But he was going to do it anyway, with or without the bus.
Okay.
He was the first one to do a bus, and now they all do the bus.
Right.
But his bus, the difference was his wasn't set up with a bed in it.
No.
It had no bed.
No, it had just
it had
a-
couches,
did it have
a
a white
lounge,
leather
it was,
couch
it
at
was,
the back?
leather couches everywhere, and
Right.
it was more for hanging out.
Yeah.
And it was a party bus. But I remember the Kawasaki was pissed when he got it. They're like,
Really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're an idiot. And then
Some gnarly things went on in that bus.
obviously he did a few things wrong.
Right. Right.
But
well,
he did do a lot of things good.
this was really his last. Well, I shouldn't
We're
say
on the
that.
final
98
lap here.
outdoors. He caught fire again, and he might have won a title. had
Yeah,
it not
he
been
gets
for-
remotivated. He almost needs like bad things to happen to get motivated to do
Mm-hmm.
the right thing.
Yeah. P5.
Yep. That's what he
Kenny
needed.
Watson right behind you.
Was
See
that Kenny?
That was
no.
Kenny.
I've known Kenny a long time.
He's hanging out for you because he knows the cameras are going to be on you.
Yeah, he's like,
So
I need to get my glasses
he's
on
like,
TV
okay,
too.
all right, hold on. And
Yeah.
this was Triple X years for him, so.
I think
Yeah.
I had to give him a carburetor one time.
Henry
You gotta
put
thank
on
me still.
Henry put on a clinic, but
Yeah, he definitely schooled everybody at this race, and as you can tell, Emig there, he's happy right now. That look at that, he can't even finish this
yeah,
lap.
there's.
We're
Kenny,
happy right now. We're thinking we got it. Look at Kenny. He looks nice.
Yeah,
He
he looks
thinned
nice.
out and everything. We'll check him
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Henry knows he's got this.
yeah. And
That guy threw the checkered flag pretty good.
yeah,
I like
he did.
that.
He did.
Oh, one-hander. No whip,
Funny,
no nothing.
funny
A lot
story.
different.
You weren't there, but somehow.
Fireworks. Look at Doug
Doug
Shapinski.
Shapinski,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was happy. Bridgestone.
Oh yeah.
We used Bridgestone a long
Won
time.
a lot of titles, Bridgestone.
Yes.
Here
Look
comes
at
your
this.
payday champ.
Yeah, that was a very popular pit board there.
Yeah.
Look, we
nice.
didn't even put our names on the board. Like
Hey,
now
way
you
to
got all these
celebrate,
graphics
bro.
and everything.
Yeah.
Look at how happy he is.
Yeah.
Fist pump. Oh, there we go.
Double.
Yeah, Fro. No, he was happy for sure. I mean, that was a good day for him.
Funny story. You weren't there. End of this night, Saturday night after the Supercross, he's on the balcony at the MGM shooting the shift ad with all the girls.
Oh
and
yeah,
wigs.
I seen the ad.
Yeah, guess who was
I
there?
was gambling.
Me.
Oh, you were in
somehow.
How
I didn't
that
even know Fro. Me and Jason Fournette.
Lonnie. Yeah, Fournette. I know Fournette.
We got brought
Yeah.
into that party.
Yep.
And we were standing there while they were taking those photos, and we're like, "What are we doing here?"
Did you get to see the hot tub scene and everything?
Yeah,
with,
everything.
That was Rhino's wife.
Rhino's
Lonnie,
Button, our buddy.
Buddy Antonez.
Yeah, they all had wigs on, and they were
everyone.
just shooting away.
That was a cool ad, actually.
they're
And
gonna-
obviously
you're
I'm
pretty
happy.
happy.
Look at me. I'm smiling. Denny Stevenson.
That bag goes around your waist.
I never fell. I didn't have a butt on me, so mine would always fall down. So I always had to carry it on my shoulder my whole life.
I never liked it either.
I would walk around, and if I didn't hold it with my hand, it would fall down. So that's why I just carried it on my shoulder. Just quit even trying.
Hey, what's with the latest trend though? The mechanics bringing like full
Backpacks?
backpacks.
Oh,
dude?
they
I
have
would
way too
never
much
do
stuff in
that.
there.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never wear the Alpine Star boots when I'm packing the gate now.
No, I get the boots, but I couldn't wear them. They were out when I was being a mechanic with Stewart, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know,
monster trucks. Look at that.
those don't even look
and
as
they
cool
just went to
anymore.
Bradshaw. And 10 years from now, Damon,
That's funny.
You will be
yeah, if
jumping
they told
this.
him that, he told him you're crazy. No way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not ever doing that. Look at Toyota still involved.
So, what do you remember about this night afterwards? Just party?
Yeah, we. I remember back at the truck, we drank quite a bit of champagne and some tequila. Norm Bigelow, hilarious. All the guys on the team were so happy because Kawasaki hasn't won a Supercross championship in like 10 years.
Since Wardy, yeah.
So they were very pumped. It was a big deal for them. I remember Big Ron Tishner was under there.
Oh,
He likes to get down. So
yeah, he does.
He can only
Did you have
imagine
some
what we were
brownies?
doing. I remember I went with some shots over to McGrath's truck to get his number plate because the mechanic, you're supposed to give the front number plate when it's a number 1 plate. When you earn it, you're supposed to give the plate off the bike to the other mechanic
Are
and
you?
sign
Is that
it.
actually an
I have a
official
whole bunch
thing?
of them. I'll
Oh,
show
yeah?
you if you want to come.
Okay.
These photos at my house sometime.
All right.
I have the plate from this race. From
Okay.
McGrath with
From
dirt
Wyatt?
on it.
Yeah.
Probably MX dirt on it, which is even cooler. So I
okay.
had Wyatt sign it. So we went over there to heckle him from the outside, and I said, "Hey, where's my number plate?" And he looked all stressed, and he said, "Jack McGrath wants it." I said, "He can't take my plate.
Yeah.
That's the deal."
Yeah.
So we were sitting there doing shots outside the Suzuki tent, waiting till he gave me my plate.
Yeah,
And he
you were
finally
not
gave
leaving.
it. Yeah, I wasn't
You were not
leaving until I
leaving.
got it, and
Oh,
he
that's
gave it to
funny.
me. It was really cool.
Yeah,
He signed it.
I don't have any of those in my mechanics collection.
Summercross, I didn't do that.
He didn't hand it over to.
But like I have Sean Ulikowski's from when he worked for
Preston?
and I
Oh,
got
yeah,
the
yeah.
title.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of cool front number 1 plates. I have Jessamins from James Coy.
Oh, okay.
When, we took the title from him.
Oh wow.
It's pretty cool. Like I got a whole bunch of cool plates.
But-
You'd like to see my basement.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I've got a whole bunch of crap, but no number 1 plates.
This is funny. What is
Somebody's
it? What
holding
kind
up
of
a
hat does MA have
jackpot
there?
shift pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that Hicks? Todd Hicks?
Yep. Look at
With
Todd
the
Hicks.
shift.
Oh yeah. Check
Holding
him
up.
out. Yep.
Special pants made up with the jackpot.
Doug Henry looks very happy there. That
Yeah.
was a good ride for him that night.
Yeah, it was. It
Jeez,
was really
that
good.
Awesome.
And there's Keith in the background talking about how
Oh, he's so pumped.
Glover one time won 2 Vegas Supercrosses.
Was he in pink gear then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just making that up, but
Look at the mustache. Did you see that mustache on Keith?
yeah, what I didn't realize is the goggles on the neck were in vogue back then. I thought that was a
I
relatively
thought that was a
new
newer
thing.
thing,
I
huh?
thought
Yeah,
that
me
was a relatively
too.
new thing, but
Maybe
but-
Bevo. Bevo probably was the first one to do it, to be honest.
probably
He's pretty good
yeah.
at that
Yeah,
stuff.
he's a marketing
He's been around
genius,
forever, yeah.
as you'd say. Yeah, this bike, man, this ushered in.
This was the first, the beginning.
None of you
it
guys
all right
laughing
here.
at this 4-stroke.
Well, who would ever think? That's why the rule. I think it used to be 550.
Yeah, it was.
So think if they left that the rule now. They act like these 450s are too big. No one ever thought that you would get a 450 to beat a 2-stroke. No way.
No. Like do you remember you were riding it?
And this was a 400 actually. This
Yeah, it
wasn't
was.
even a 450.
Do you remember them testing it? You knew that they had it? Like all you
I
kinda
heard, yeah, we heard about it, but we still didn't think
Yeah.
that it was ever going to make it.
Right, right.
We're like, oh yeah, right. That's not going to happen. You think of this old heavy Honda
XR600 thing.
Yeah, that's what you
yeah,
think
right.
of. Liquid, not liquid cooled. You think of air cooled,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just heavy.
New hat.
Yeah, that's looking pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Little checker flag on the side.
Looks like a BF Goodrich hat.
Look at Fro. Yeah, this was the first year Arnett. So he has the cards on the. I
Yeah.
have that goggle strap too at my house from that day. I got some cool stuff.
Who's the owner of Greg Arnett?
It was Greg Arnett back then, but
Okay.
he sold it. Yeah.
He was and how was he? How did he get so rich?
From Arnett. He actually
Arnett
was a mechanic.
sunglasses, yeah.
I wanted to chase down his dream. I actually, when Emig and I went to his house, he took us surfing.
Yep.
And he was telling me all about how he was a mechanic and how some things just all laid out. And and he actually ended up starting this company, and he was doing good with it. He started in his garage and turned it into this, and then he sold it for a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he's still doing okay today.
And that's why you had to put an extra T in there, right? When he started Arnett goggles, there's an extra T in the name because he couldn't say Arnett the way.
Well, I think there was
were.
something. I think there was something to do, if I
that?
remember, something with Arnett.
Oh,
That's Denny
Denny
Stevenson
okay.
and Buddy
Oh,
Henson.
geez, look at that! It was a threesome.
Look at.
Jeez, guys.
It's amazing that Buddy was balding then. He was young.
Hey, Bob Oliver told me
He
one
was at
time
13.
that Jim Gennard from Oakley
Yeah.
asked Bob and RJ in '82 for some money for this
You had to buy into
grip
this
company,
deal, yeah.
and they were like, "You're crazy." He wanted $5,000 each. So.
Man, were they dumb to not do it, huh?
Anyways,
You never know.
They thought Jim
So I
Gennard
got an
was
idea. $5
Bob,
grand, let's
Bob
do it.
said Jim Gennard was a kook. So
Yeah, who's the kook now, right?
there you are. Look at closing spot there.
That was definitely a good night. I like to gamble, so I was at the tables later. That's why I didn't. I was going to that party and I didn't make it.
So
I was doing too good at the tables.
I'm gonna ask you how much you made from this night, but you don't know because you got paid later on that year for one check for everything. Or whatever.
Yeah, we didn't really do it like that.
Right. Yeah. So you don't.
It's not what you think.
He didn't write you a check after Vegas and say thanks or whatever. But.
Yeah, no, and. Yeah, it was less than 20 grand. How's that for you?
Perfect. Well, hey, thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate it. PulpMX Classic Commentary, 97 Vegas Supercross.
You got it. And we don't do it for the money.
No, we don't.
We do it for the fun.
Yes, we do.